Previously on The Real Movie Critics.
Horror franchises by the third fucking movie fall off so goddamn hard. Looking at you, Scream 3.
We're getting a new one this next year too.
No, I know, but and you know, there's exceptions. Friday the 13th Part 3, better than 1 and 2. Dream Warriors, better than 1 and 2.
Love Dream Warriors.
You know? But then you start looking at other franchises. Tremors 3.
Yeah.
Although Halloween 3 is
Halloween 3
one of the best in the franchise.
Halloween 3 is in a category of its own.
Yes,
though.
it is.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to a new episode of The Real Movie Critics, real reviews by real fans. I first off want to start by saying I hope everybody had a great holiday, had a great Christmas, had a happy new year, ready for new content, not just from this podcast, but also my other podcast, which that episode will not drop until Monday. That being said, we have up at least until the end of April a slew of movies that we're going to be reviewing. But you got to wait to the end of each episode to find out what it is. And I will apologize. The video quality may not be the best. I think all of us were having some internet issues. So I want to come out and say I apologize for that. I don't think it has any effect on the audio, but the video might be a little off. But with that being said, join us as we review this week's movie, Ghostbusters 2.
Doe.
Ray
Egon.
The hell's wrong with you?
That smile that he just does too, that
No
grin
shit.
that Egon does is the best. Hands down the best.
If anybody got some ass, it was fucking Egon. Let's be real here. Egon got all the ass.
I'm more interested in my epididymis.
I love that line in that movie because you know what? I love the look on Venkman. Like he laughs it off like, wait, what the hell is that? What is that? And Egon just smiles and I'm like, yeah, you have no clue what I'm talking about.
And if you couldn't tell what we're reviewing today, obviously, by the way, I'm dressed.
We're
And the way
reviewing
we
Star Wars.
started off the show. It's not Star Wars. It is hands down one of the greatest movies ever made. Not Ghostbusters 1, Ghostbusters 2.
Now, with that being said, which premiered on June 16th, 1989, directed by Ivan Reitman. Our returning cast, Bill Murray back as Peter Venkman, Dan Aykroyd as Ray Stans, Harold Ramis as Egon, Ernie Hudson as Winston, Sigourney Weaver as Dana Barrett, Rick Moranis comes back as Louis Tully, Annie Potts, she's hot, as Janine. We have Harris Yulin as the judge, Stephen Wexler, Kurt Fuller as the freaking mayor's aide, Jack Heidenmeyer, and we had a couple I didn't put the mayor because it didn't have him in the cast. I forget his name, but
there's a couple of cameos. Did you count? Which ones did you catch though?
Oh, hold on. If you let me fucking finish, I'll get to the cameos. I have 4. We have Brian Doyle Murray, who is Bill Murray's brother, as a psychiatrist. Mary Ellen Trainor, who you would know from Romancing the Stone, is the birthday party mom.
Mm-hmm.
Cheech Marin as the dock supervisor. Late to never. And Bobby Brown as the mayor's doorman. There were 2 other ones, but I'll get to that in the fun facts.
I was gonna say there's 2 more.
I know.
Before we go any further, though, didn't you miss something at the beginning of this podcast? Did you forget to do something there, host?
No, because I said I was going to do that at the very beginning on my own. Did you not listen to what I said?
No, I didn't.
Yeah,
we don't listen to you half the time. I don't know if you know this or not. I know you try to steer the ship, El Capitano, but there's going to be a mutiny one day. That's all I'm saying.
Nah,
he
he
can't
knows.
control our awesomeness.
All I see is freaking Scuba one day smack me in the face and going, "Look here, I'm the captain
I'm the
now."
captain now.
He knows I like to fuck with him, so go for it.
Yeah, wow. Go fuck yourself.
Anyway, no thanks.
So, how old were you guys when this movie dropped? Because I can honestly remember the day I saw this movie in theater. I actually remember majority of that month and a couple of weeks before in cinema.
Sorry, I don't mean to do that. I actually do have a story about the day we saw it because I remember that day pretty vividly. We saw two movies that day. I don't know. I was 9 years old when it came out.
Damn, you were old. I was 13.
Hey, but you know what? That's great, man. This is 89, so I was only 7 when this movie came out.
Sweet.
And like I said, man, this is probably one of the only times that I remember actually going to the movies that just sticks out in my mind. Because a lot of times we would wait for the movies to come out on VHS. We would rent the VHS.
Fair enough.
My dad knew how much I love the Ghostbusters. We went to the theater to watch it. It was sold out.
Oh, no.
See, that's back in the time when you had to get them advanced.
Yes, you had to get there early. So the movie was sold out. I was so disappointed. But that day, because we even went a week after, but that day, I got to see Batman, which was fine.
Oh, nice.
Which was fine.
That's a fair trade, actually.
The very next day is when I got to finally see Ghostbusters 2.
Oh.
And if you couldn't tell, I am a Ghostbusters. I'm a ghost head. That's all there is to say about it. I got my brand new Ghostbusters 2 hoodie that I bought for myself for Christmas.
Sweet.
I came prepared with the Ghost logo.
Nice.
Logo.
Got my little marshmallow man up there, up in the top right there. Got my Slimer. Got my proton packs on the wall. Can't see them, but
I got all my stuff put away. But yeah, I've always been a fan of these movies.
They're pretty impressive.
I actually do have a very vivid memory of the old man taking me to go watch Ghostbusters when I was 4 years old. It's one of my earliest and greatest memories, right up there with watching Return of the Jedi when I was 3 years old.
Nice.
However, the day that we saw this movie, and I wonder how much of this he remembers. We went to break. It was me, mom, him, and I want to say Ben was with us too. I want to say back then she took all of us everywhere. So
yeah, unfortunately, she took him too.
Yeah, shut up. We went to Chico's, which is now known as Eddie's, to get tacos. Which back then, I remember this because back then I always associated chorizo and egg tacos with that location because that's the first time I ever had one.
Fair.
And that's the only taco I ever knew about.
And it was not too far from where we lived, too.
No, it wasn't. It was right down the street on Costores. Good call. But here's the thing. We didn't get up that day to go watch Ghostbusters. No. We went to go watch I'm Batman.
Yeah. As a dollar theater, right? The dollar theater,
yeah.
right?
No, it wasn't Dollar. Dollar wasn't out yet. I mean, it probably was, but we saw it first run, as I recall.
See, I saw it at the theater in at 5 Points. I forget what I think it was called Silver Dollar Cinemas or some shit like that. I remember
something. I always forget.
Yeah. But yeah, that's where I saw it. And dude, finally, when I got to see it, I was so excited. I've always been a huge Ghostbusters fan. Charlie now is a Ghostbusters fan. She watches, the real Ghostbusters cartoon. I put it on for her. She loves the Ghostbusters. We'll be driving in the car. She's like, Ghostbusters? So I have to put the theme song on for her. Like, this is like an everyday thing for this child. And it's great because none of my other kids are really into it or never really were into it the way Charlie's taking to it. And granted, she's still young. She may grow out of it. But, right now, I have my little rookie. That's all I can ask for.
That's all you can ask for.
Yeah.
And then after we saw Batman, Mom just suggested on the fly, hey, Ghostbusters 2 is out. Let's go check that out. So we did an impromptu double feature. Like I said, I don't know how much of that he remembers, but I'll never forget that day.
Yeah, I do remember that actually.
That was a great day.
That was yeah, I do. I mean, bits and pieces here and there.
Well, because
I do remember when the original one came out, all y'all went except for me. I apparently pissed Mom off so bad that she left me at home. So I didn't in the first run.
That's weird though, because I remember Dad took me to watch it and only me. It was just me and him.
No, Mom was taking everybody except for me.
Not this particular time. It was just me and the old man. I remember that. Mom was at home.
Maybe I pissed Dad off.
So to this day, I've never gotten confirmation as to why it was just me and him. He doesn't remember anything, and the mom's not around anymore. So there you go.
Fair.
So that's a good memory too.
But fun facts about this movie, and there was quite a few fun facts compared to the last couple movies we've done. First off, Wilhelm von Homburg, who played Vigo, he played Vigo, but like David Prowse, he was dubbed by a different Star Wars actor. Do we know who that actor was?
Ming the Powerful.
Okay,
Max van Sydow.
His name is not Ming. No, Max van Sydow. The 5-year gap between 1 and 2 was due to Murray taking a hiatus and feuds with studio heads. So Bill Murray had a little bit of an attitude, kind of like a Chevy Chase thing going on too.
Well, he's always been like that when it comes to the franchise. He was always one. He's the reason that Ghostbusters 3, the initial script for it, was never made. He didn't want to do it. And I feel like, while Afterlife and Frozen Empire, they were decent, but I feel like if we would have gotten the 3 that we deserved, it would have been epic, because it was supposed to be Ghostbusters in hell,
which is crazy.
Yeah.
In the original, we see Slimer like a couple of shots here and there, but he has more screen time and more of a starring role in this particular movie.
Do you know why?
Because of the cartoon.
Well, that's actually in my fun facts. We get to that. Despite this movie taking place around Christmas, New Year's Eve, you will notice the lack of holiday decor in New York City. Suck it, Die Hard.
That doesn't prove anything.
Ivan Reitman's kids cameo in this movie, with his son telling Ray and Winston that they are full of crap, and the daughter is the young girl that Egon gives the puppy to.
Yep.
Let's see what happens when we take away the puppy.
And finally, because of the popularity of the Real Ghostbusters cartoon, Reitman, Aykroyd, and Ramis decided to tone down the adult innuendo and behaviors that we saw in the previous movie. And if you don't believe that, look at how Janine looked in the first one versus the second one.
Oh, yeah. But very drastic.
She looked very cartoonish.
Yeah, they tried to make her more like her cartoon counterpart.
Yeah.
And I feel like it works. You know what I mean? For all intents and purposes, this is the more kid-friendly Ghostbusters, I would say.
Yeah.
As a kid, especially somebody really, really young, I can see how it can be really scary, especially with some of the ghosts and just Gozer and all that stuff going on. And then we see this giant kaiju marshmallow man. So it can be kind of scary. And this one, while it does still have its scary elements, they definitely did not steer away from the effects. If anything, I've always loved the look of the ghosts in the Ghostbusters universe. They're very cartoony, which I feel look at the Scoleri brothers. They look like they could be cartoon characters.
Yeah.
And anytime we see major ghosts, that's what they look like. Now, when we do see the ones from the Titanic, of course, they're in human form, but that just goes with what it says in the Tobin Spirit Guide and how there are many different. Don't shake your head at me, because if this was a Star Trek movie, you'd be fucking nerding out just like me. So
I don't have a Star Trek book with facts in it, sir.
This isn't facts. This is the Tobin Spirit Guide, sir. This is if you're a Ghostbuster, this is
that
mandatory
is scripture,
reading.
Sir. That is scripture right there.
This is mandatory reading if you're a Ghostbuster.
This movie pretty much picks up 5 years after the events of the original. Apparently, everybody in New York that had any kind of hand in what happened in New York sued the Ghostbusters. So they pretty much had a cease and desist. They couldn't use the proton packs. They just pretty much could not do ghostbusting anymore. But it didn't stop them from doing fucking birthday parties for kids who wanted He-Man versus the Ghostbusters.
Well, it wasn't just that. It wasn't just the fact that they got their asses sued off, because they still have the proton packs. It wasn't the fact that they couldn't work. There was no work for them. They did such a good job of clearing. Now, if they branched out into other areas, Casper is canonically in the Ghostbusters timeline.
Dan Aykroyd's in it.
Yes.
Yep.
And that is canonical. Like that that happened. That is part of the Ghostbusters timeline. Those ghosts exist in this universe.
Pretty funny, actually.
So it's not that they couldn't work per se. There was just nothing to do. There was no ghosts. They did such a good job with clearing New York out of ghosts. There was nothing left for them to do. Nothing major was happening because once the containment unit broke and all the ghosts that they had escaped in part 1, they were busy as shit. But they're too damn good at their job, and this is why we need a Ghostbusters International.
Well, they tried that with Men in Black.
I was just gonna say that.
Well, but here's the difference, though. There is a comic book series, Ghostbusters International, and it is fucking phenomenal. It is absolutely phenomenal. Because it doesn't, and like Afterlife proves, it doesn't always have to happen in New York. There's other cities, there's other places with ghosts, and I would really like to see that explored further in different movies. Give me a franchise that starts off on the West Coast. Give me the West Coast Ghostbusters. Give me Chicago Ghostbusters. There's so many different places that have a rich history of the supernatural where you could just throw in. There's tons of fan films online. You can hop online and see some great fucking fan films that have nothing to do with New York City.
Yeah.
And they're pretty damn good. The things you can do with a computer at home now to make ghosts look like they're from Ghostbusters, fucking awesome.
And we instead of because I know in the original one the building was pretty much a beacon for Armageddon, so to speak. This time it's a painting of a Carpathian who has a river. Did they ever explain why there was a river of slime? Did I miss that somewhere?
It's the negative attitude in New York City.
It's like a manifestation of everyone's bad attitudes and whatnot.
And that's what Vigo needed to be reborn, and everything just lined up perfectly with everybody's negative attitudes, especially in New York, because, New York has this stigma of being just this really shitty city with everybody having shitty attitudes, which it's not. I've been there.
New York.
I fucking love New York.
What a town.
But ever since the fallout of that, pretty much Venkman has become like this cable access psychic network type of guy.
Yeah.
Ray starts Ray's Occult, which is a bookstore, which we'll see later on in other movies. Egon just goes back to being a scientist, which is what he loves in the first place. Yeah, there you go.
Ray's Occult books.
Ray's Occult.
They don't really say what Winston is doing, but
no, they never do.
Birthday parties, that's it.
And you know what? And I hate that we never see what Winston's doing, because Winston, I feel like he kind of gets the shaft in these movies. Granted that he gets a kind of a redemption story per se in the sequels, the new sequels that we have, but in the OGs, especially in this movie, man, he has one of the most heroic scenes when the fire breaks out, when they're developing the photos of Vigo. Yep. If not for Winston, the guys would have died.
Yeah, that's fair.
Well, to be fair, though, you got to remember that Venkman, Egon, and Ray are all scientists. Winston was just some guy who answered an ad in the paper for a job.
Yeah, but he's got a good personality. And he's
I'm not saying he doesn't, but he would be singled out because he's not like the other. He's not a scientist. He doesn't have a doctorate in whatever doctorates they have.
Let me ask you this. Do you think that Winston's part would have been downplayed as much as it was if the role would have went initially to Eddie Murphy like it was supposed to? Or do you think he would have had a bigger role?
Probably not, because he was a much more established star at the time. But at least Winston gets more screen time in this movie than he did in the first one, because he only appeared from the halfway point in the first one and then on. But then in this one, he's there, but he's not even part of the courtroom sequence. He's there in the beginning.
Oh, he's there,
but he's not being tried.
Well, he's not being tried because he's not with the guys, but he is in the courtroom.
Yeah, he is.
I think with that, I think Eddie Murphy and Bill Murray's egos would have clashed in the second one to the point. And let's be real, though, that part Peter Venkman was not written for Bill Murray. It was written for John Belushi.
Oh yeah.
That was number one in Aykroyd's mind. I'm writing this for Belushi, and when he passed, well, shit, let's give it to Bill. See, when I love Bill Murray as Peter Venkman. He's spot on. I love it. But I think with two, or actually in this case, three SNL alum on there, two of them on the screen, or three of them on the screen, I don't think it would have worked. I think a lot of it would have shifted towards Eddie Murphy, and I don't think the movie would have been as good. I think he would have taken a lot of the screen time because he was the new hot thing in Hollywood at the time. Off the heels,
another part of the multiverse. They know.
You know what? I want to see that version. To be honest with you, I really do.
Well, he was supposed to be in Star Trek too, or not Star Trek 2, but in one of the Star Trek movies, but that didn't happen as well. I think it was 4 or 5. I forget which one.
Can you imagine that?
But and the world just kind of forgotten about them at this point. Like, oh yeah, you're a Ghostbuster. Yeah, you're full of crap. You're full of shit. It's a laser show, and it takes pretty much Dana Barrett, who is little baby Oscar, named after a hot dog.
Poor kid named after a hot dog.
He gets taken away on the cart, and then of course she immediately goes to Egon, and Egon calls in Ray, and then
the one thing she asks is, "Don't tell Venkman."
Yeah, it's like, don't tell Peter. Oh, I won't tell him. I won't tell him. But yet you'll notice when she's talking about Venkman in front of Egon has a little scanner, and he just.
Well, yeah, especially when he's like, no, he doesn't ask about you. That's when he scans her because he wants to check her emotions, because that's what the whole experiment is about that he's doing is emotions and stuff. And so
always the scientist.
Yep.
Yeah.
It never stops for a second.
You mean you didn't have a slinky? Had part of a slinky.
Had part of a slinky.
They
straightened it.
And they figure out there's some sort of like pink goo, and I don't know. I'll let y'all talk about it because y'all probably seen this movie way more times than I have.
You know what, dude? I always was fascinated with the River of Slime. I don't know if it's just the look, the color, the idea, something about it. Oh, I mean, that was one of my favorite things from this movie.
So with you saying that, not to cut you off, with you saying that, if you ever want to go to sleep and rest peacefully, they do now have, I think it's like 12 hours long. It's the River of Slime. And it just it's like ambient noise.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's fucking awesome. It's fucking awesome. Yeah.
Does it come out and try to bite you halfway through? Like,
it does not. Not yet. No.
Give it time. Give it time.
But so this River of Slime is essentially, like I said, the manifestation of everybody's negative attitudes in New York City.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's charged with negativity, but then the guys find out that, hey, if you give it positive reinforcement, it also does good things.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And they got to play with it a little bit.
They play with it.
We sing to it. We talk to it. Say caring and nurturing things to it.
They sleep with it.
Slept with it.
It's always the quiet ones.
You hound. And that is one thing, because, watching this movie as a kid, I was so happy with what I got. When I got older, I started recognizing that, okay, this is not a perfect movie by any means. It's kind of a rehashing of the same notes of the original film. But here's the thing. I still love the camaraderie and just everything that's going on with those four guys when they're all in the same place reacting to each other. It is really fun to watch. They play off each other so fucking well.
I mean, and we have great side characters in here too, with Dana, reprising her, or Sigourney Weaver reprising her role as Dana. We have Janine, and now we're introduced to Lewis again, but this time he's their accountant / lawyer.
Not a good one.
He got it from, he graduated from night school.
He's an accountant lawyer. He's not a law lawyer.
Yeah, but
I got my law degree.
They got arrested at night, so it's fine.
I got my law degree in night school.
That is one of my favorite scenes, is the courtroom where he's trying to talk to Bill Murray, and Your Honor, he's leading the witness.
Shouldn't it be leading the lawyer?
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. Yeah, technically that's what it was. But no, and so I know we jumped ahead a bit, but we see this huge river of slime. The guys get arrested. Winston's not part of it because, of course, he wasn't there. But we do see him sitting in the front row of the courtroom. Where he goes when all this shit pops off, I don't know.
You know what?
Maybe
that bothers me.
That's a valid point.
And it does, but there's only 3 proton packs.
True.
So maybe he was helping get people out. You know what I mean? So that the guys could, safely clear the area. That's what I always put in my mind, is that he's doing heroic things off screen.
Yeah. He could have been the one that used the trap. Just saying. They could have done that.
He did.
Where he was like, hey guys, here. Whoop.
Bam. Yeah.
That way you get all four of them working together right from the get-go.
And so we actually get to see the slime get negatively charged with the judge, because the judge is just a dick. Doesn't believe in ghosts, doesn't believe in anything, and basically just starts berating the Ghostbusters. And they're trying to warn him that the slime's bubbling over. How nobody else in that courtroom notices that this slime is bubbling is beyond me. But then we get the first look of the Scoleri brothers, which I think are two of the most awesome looking ghosts in the Ghostbusters universe. They're absolutely fucking terrifying. They're still attached to their damn electric chairs that they were killed in.
That is so funny.
And they just start creating havoc. Lewis saves the day by, telling them that they're still under their judicial restrangement order.
Restrangement order I got from her.
And they'll be exposing themselves. And you don't want us exposing ourselves.
And so the judge, finds them not guilty. They bust the ghost.
And all that stuff, yeah.
And that's when we get the Do, Re, Egon. And Egon does that stupid little grin. They capture the ghost. And we get one of the coldest lines in Ghostbusters. 2 in the box. Ready to go. We be fast and they be slow.
I do love when the
which is actually it's actually the name of the PKE meter and the ghost trap was the 2 in the box set.
Oh, no way.
And it came in a giant case that says, warning, this and that. And it was really cool. It was really cool.
One of my favorite scene or moments in the movie is when the Scoleri brothers are out. They're doing their thing. They're just like, oh my God, the Scoleri brothers. What do? They both combine and fucking go right to the judge and fucking blow up the bench. And he is quick to crawl out and going, oh shit, they're trying to kill me. Like, friends of yours? No, man. I tried him for murder and gave him the chair.
How funny is it that the first ghosts we see are actually he actually knows who they are. I find that very, very funny. That can't be a coincidence.
But that's because he was the one who negatively charged the slime.
Oh, that makes sense.
So it's a personal connection.
Yep. Nice. Okay. They should explore something like that further down the road. That would have been interesting.
But we start to see, we're back, and we see them, the little montage of them catching ghosts, breaking glass in a jewelry store, all this other great shit. A fucking bathtub tries to eat Dana. She's giving a bath to Oscar. So she runs over to Peter's house. Oh my God, I don't know where to go. And they send freaking Egon and Ray over to check it out. All they find is residue of the pink slime that was in the tub. And Peter goes to go visit Dana at her job. And of course, there's that picture of Vigo in the background. And that's when you start to see the connection there. She's like, every now and again, I feel like that painting is looking at me, sometimes even smiling at me. And you turn around, and there's that foreign crazy guy who's talking the painting.
Janosch.
Love Janosch.
He's talking the painting, and they're looking at each other like, whoa. And it does have some similarities to the first one, because to be the bad guy, you got to have a lackey. In the first one, you had, there it is. There it is.
It's kind of a sissy, isn't he?
In the
Carpathian kitten. What is it? Carpathian kitten.
Carpathian kitten. He's lost his kitten. Let's just paint one right over to the side.
No, you go. You go now.
Joyfulness is over. You're gonna get a green card with that attitude, pal.
Where are you from? The Upper West Side.
One thing I wanted to address. I don't know if you caught it, but has anyone ever noticed that during the montage, all the different little scenes we get, the scene of them driving around in the car, it seems like the car is driving very hectically, and you notice that both Egon and Peter kind of look back at Ray like, what the hell's going on?
So
there's a reason for it.
There is a huge reason for it, and it's kind of crappy that it got cut out, because it's a major fucking plot point, especially at the end when you see Ray possessed by Vigo, because he was already once possessed by Vigo. And when you see the Ecto 1A driving around all fast and shit, he's possessed by Vigo in those scenes.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And just FYI, in case anybody was wondering, the Scaleri brothers are a class 4 non-corporeal elemental spirits. They are anchored to the Foley Square courthouse.
Hang on.
Well, I was curious, but I didn't want to ask, but thank you for filling that void. I appreciate it.
So you're telling me that they renamed Echo 1 or Ecto 1 Ecto 1A.
Yes, it is.
So they put Star Trek on it.
It's 1A because there's different.
They refit it.
there's different things attached to which
it.
You can see. You know, it's got the sign on it. It's got different tanks on it. It's for all intents and purposes, it's still the Ecto, but it's a different version for part 2.
Yeah.
Not to mention, if I remember correctly, the cartoon had different Ecto vehicles.
Yep. We had a helicopter. We had a little mini helicopter that I thought we were totally going to see in Frozen Empire.
Yeah, but whatever.
Who do they think they are? Fucking Batman?
Expectations and
whatnot. And the bat shark repellent bat spray.
Jesus.
That's another one we should explore down the road.
That's a fun one.
Yeah. And just like in the first one, all hell breaks loose. They got to go talk to the mayor again. And they have to tell the mayor, we just want you to know that almost 50% of us voted for you in the last election.
Like, I appreciate that.
So one of you voted for him. One of you voted for him.
We're just sorry we have to keep meeting under these circumstances.
And it's for me, it's funny, not really funny, but same situation. And he's like, was he not there the first time? Obviously he was, because he saw what happened the first time. And then he woke up and goes, okay, go do your thing. Second time, he's like, get rid of him. Your 2 minutes are up. Get the fuck out. But not to be outdone, the fucking lackey, the fucking deputy mayor goes,
the dickless of this movie.
Yeah, pretty much. The dickless of this movie. And it takes all hell breaking loose. This big old slime shield around the museum where the building is.
The Titanic.
The Titanic comes back. They kidnap Oscar, some ghost nanny with a little.
It was Janos.
It's Janos.
Yeah,
it's Janos.
Oh, I never caught that.
Yeah, it's fucking Janos.
Really?
Are you serious? It's fucking Janos.
Oh my god! Wow.
Yes.
Yeah, as a ghost.
I never caught that. Holy fuck! Okay,
that shit was creepy as a kid.
Because that's part of the powers that Vigo instilled in him when the fucking laser eyes came out. He was like, whoa, 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 whoa. Very Three Stooges.
Yeah, very.
And you know, one scene that we didn't talk about that always creeped me out as a kid is when he goes to visit Dana during the blackout.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then basically she tells him, fuck off, we're fine. And he starts walking down that black hall. And it's only lit up by that red exit sign.
Mm-hmm.
And his eyes start glowing and they're flashlights. That always creeped me out as a kid.
You know what part creeped me out a little bit as a kid? When they're walking through the subway, the abandoned subway. Hello? Hello? Hey! Hey!
Did you catch that? Did you catch the number of the locomotive? Sorry. I missed it. And not only that, but Winston looks different without his mustache.
Yeah, he does.
Ernie Hudson looks weird without his mustache. So I don't know. It just popped in my head. But they end up going for a swim in the fucking in the river of slime and end up almost beating the shit out of each other and then realize, wait a minute, we're covered in negativity. Take it off. Oh my God, I was gonna kill you. And it's just pure fucking evil. And then they figure out it flows right to the museum.
Mm-hmm.
So they know, okay, cool, Vigo is a part of this. But like a bunch of dumbasses, they go to the restaurant that Dana and Peter on a date on, covered in shit. Like, you got to come with us now. And then that's when
they get arrested.
They get arrested and committed at the same time.
And committed, yeah. Which was another cool scene that was, I feel, should have stayed in, that was edited out with Eugene Levy being Louis Tully's cousin. And Louis going to him and basically telling him, you need to get them out.
How fitting. Eugene Levy, of all people.
Yeah. Who would have thought that SNL and SCTV would work together?
Right. Ramus, hello.
Yeah. Well, no, he wasn't on SNL. He was National Lampoon.
Yeah, but wasn't he part of SCTV as well at one point?
I think he was. Actually.
I believe he was. Yeah.
Not for very long, but he definitely was there.
Talking about things that. Oh, I'm sorry, I cut you off.
I was gonna say the one thing that caught my attention is as they're leaving the fucking psych ward, they're putting on their uniforms. Like, where the fuck did they get those from? Because they weren't wearing them when they
Lewis had to have brought them.
No, you see him walking in with all their shit.
I must have missed that too.
Yeah, fuck. Lewis has all their stuff. Yeah.
Okay. At least they got to take a shower before.
Well, yeah, hopefully. One other thing that actually did kind of creep me out a little bit as a kid is when after Venkman takes the pictures of Vigo, and when they're putting it through the spectrometer or whatever the hell it was, and they're looking through like a big magnifying glass, the way the pictures look distorted and demonic. And they got worse as they went through. Yeah. You ever notice that? They just get more demonic as it goes along.
I mean, and we kind of get that it comes in play when Ray gets possessed by Vigo, because it has a very similar look to what the pictures were looking like.
Yeah,
very true.
But I mean, I honestly, for me, this is a perfect movie. I don't see there's no faults in this movie for me. The story plays out awesome from part 1 to part 2. I actually prefer this one a little bit more than I do the original. And the main reason for that is this soundtrack is fucking awesome.
It's a good soundtrack. I don't care what anyone says.
I'm glad you brought that up. I don't like the hip hop version of the Ghostbusters theme. I hate it. I can't stand it. Everything else is great. But the Ray Parker Jr. version was fine the way it was. We should not have redone it. Bobby Brown's On Your Own. I love that fucking song. It's great. But that one song, I'm like, why?
Actually, I never had a problem with that song.
No,
it only plays during the movie and the credits. They didn't utilize it during like the opening or end credits, which I think is fitting, because that would have been insulting, I think.
I guess I'm a traditionalist. I like the Elmer Bernstein version of the soundtrack from the first one. It's very classical. It's very kind of slapstick, kind of Three Stooges kind of, yeah, it's very slapstick.
It's a great soundtrack.
That's the fire. Yeah, it is. But both of them are great. They both have. I mean, but you got to remember too, man. This was 89 going into 90. Look at Ninja Turtles. A year later, Ninja. We fucking have Vanilla Ice with one of the cold, or that's part 2 actually, but still in the 90s, we have Vanilla Ice with one of the coldest songs ever, Ninja Rap. And
go Ninja, go Ninja, go.
It's so awesome.
How dare you?
I'm just saying, it's awesome. It's fucking awesome.
You could argue that the soundtrack for part 2 is more of a product of the times, and it for me it fits. It fits perfectly. But I mean, they still.
Oh no, I'm not saying it's not.
No, but some people do. Some people dog the soundtrack, like, oh my god, why is it? I've seen a lot of people complain about it, and I'm like,
there's rap songs in the first soundtrack.
No shit.
Spirit is a rap song. Spirit. Some people hear it. Some people feel it.
That's the first.
Spirit.
That's
what I'm saying. Movie. Oh, that is part 2.
That's part 2. Yeah, you know what? I take it back. There is no rap in
there. There is no rap in the first one. You're right. You're right. I'm tired.
It's all good, man. Hey, don't apologize.
You have a legit excuse, though, man.
I do have a legit excuse. Yeah, waiting for the baby to come.
But the one thing about this movie that I kind of shook my head, they cover this inside the Statue of Liberty in the good energy slime. Cool. And then they pull out the most heinous bullshit I've ever seen in the movie. He pulls out an NES Advantage controller and goes, I'm going to control the Statue of Liberty with this. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
Hey, they ran wires, and you know what? That was much more successful than that cheap fucking controller that was, controlling that submarine that went down to the Titanic.
Damn.
No comment on that. But you know what? That just proves that Nintendo at that time ruled the fucking world.
Yeah, you can't argue that. You really can't argue that. Nintendo ruled the world.
The Super NES wasn't even out yet at that point.
No, it didn't come out till 91. But
yep.
I love how, can we make her go faster? I don't think they make Nikes in her size. I'm like, this is when Nike ruled the world too, you know, the Air Jordans and the Just Do It slogan was new.
And you know, there was a lot of people, there was a lot when Ghostbusters Afterlife came out, there was a lot of people saying that Ghostbusters 2 was retconned. There was a lot of people saying because the Ecto that we see is the original Ecto, it's not the 1A.
No.
There's no mention of the Statue of Liberty, blah, blah, blah. Frozen Empire finally gives us the nod that we needed to make sure that, yes, Ghostbusters 2 did happen. The video game, which is also somewhat canon to this universe. The new one, not the one that came out for Xbox. The Spirits Unleashed.
Okay.
That one is canon to the storyline as well. Winston now owns the firehouse.
Yeah.
They moved the bookstore next door to the firehouse, so now Ray's right next door. If you go down into the basement, because you can go all through the firehouse, which is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
If you go down into the basement, you see the Ghostbusters 2 sign sitting up against the wall. Which was a very meta thing to do. A lot of people didn't like that.
Well, think about it. From our perspective, it makes sense because it's a sequel. But from their perspective, why have a logo with the 2 on it?
Yeah.
Exactly.
It makes no sense.
Now, if it was like a franchise, if it was a franchise or something, it would have made sense. You know what I mean? Yeah. But like I said, this movie for me, man, even with the goofy shit like that, it's hands down one of my favorite movies. I didn't even need to watch it to talk about it because this is one that lives rent free in my head. I will throw this on whenever I just feel like putting something on. I will watch it. Because it's got a great, you know, it even has a great point to the movie that if we can all just get along, the world would be a better place.
It's true.
Because what it takes to finally break that shield around the museum, granted, whether Lewis wants to believe it or not, it wasn't him with his one little proton screen.
Exactly.
Lewis was the true hero of this movie.
Oh, whatever.
Good for you. And he got to bang, you know, Annie Potts. So
you know what? He got to bang her and Dana. So there you go.
Yeah, he banged Dana in the first
player of the franchise.
So Peter Bacon was getting Lewis's sloppy seconds.
Yep. They just never talk about it.
It's all about the nerds, man. It's all about the glasses. Oh yeah.
Hey.
Are you the gatekeeper? Are you the key master? Oh my. Yeah, and then they fucking drown Yago or whatever the fuck his name is in that.
Janosch.
And as we figure, is he okay? Nah, he's positively charged, man. He'll make him like $1 million, which is hilarious because they end up drowning Ray in the same fucking slime because he gets repossessed by Vigo. And then they have their little, oh, I love you. And then the painting changes to the 4 Ghostbusters who apparently found
fettuccine. It's the fettuccine.
One of the fettuccines, man.
Hey.
So I have been in a serious predicament. I already talked to my Gormore boys about it.
Uh-oh.
Because I am going to have a life-size. You know how we get the wrestling signs made for the wrestling company?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
On the chloroplast. Yeah. I am going to get a life-size Vigo made.
Oh, no.
Oh.
So I was talking to the boys. I was like, damn. Should I get the Vigo or should I get the fettuccine?
Why not do both?
And they made a good point. Get the fettuccine because that's the one that still exists.
That's true.
That's fair. Okay.
The budget for this movie, $37 million, and 36 of that was probably Bill Murray's.
Hush.
Box office, 112 million domestically and 102 million worldwide or outside the U.S. for a grand total of 215 million worldwide. So I think it was a bit of a success.
Cha-ching.
But we don't care about that. What we care about is the fucking ratings. And Rotten Tomatoes, I I kind of threw you under the bus last time, Scuba. What do you think the tomato meter for this particular movie was? And I want you to guess what the first one was.
I'm gonna say I want to say that the first one is higher.
Yes.
So I'm gonna say the first one is probably at like 67, 68, and this one's probably around 54, 55.
Wow, that's twice in a row you've hit that on the button. The current movie, Ghostbusters 2, was at 55% tomato meter. The original was actually 95%.
Oh shit.
It's fucking high. Like one of the highest I've seen. Popcorn meter, the fan meter. What about you, Psycho? What are you thinking?
Shit. Take a random guess. You know what? I'll just say 80%. Fuck it.
For the second one?
Yeah, for second one.
What about the first one?
Probably about the same. I know it was very well received when it came out. And initially, people loved the sequel until they saw it multiple times and realized this is a little bit more implausible, but we're not talking about that. So,
the original was 88%. The second one was 61%. So a big drop. But again, we don't care about Rotten Tomatoes. We care about what everybody on this show says. I already have my score recorded. It may change depending on how you two talk me up. We're going to go with the Psycho first. What would you rate this? Oh, let's do 5 fettuccine paintings. Hey, let's do that.
That's what we're going with. Okay.
Would you prefer ghost traps?
I think, you know what? I had an idea earlier, but I kind of forgot whatever it was I was thinking about. It seemed clever at the time.
We'll go with ghost traps. It's easier to type that than fettuccine.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because you don't know how to spell fettuccine.
I can look it up. I got some fettuccine in the fucking cabinet somewhere.
Well, the bottom line is this. I have heard a lot of the criticisms about this movie over the years, especially with the Nostalgia Critics episode. He does go into very well detail as to how much better this movie could have been, especially the idea that we could have had Dana as a fucking Ghostbuster, and it was such a missed opportunity.
Shit. No.
Yes,
no.
I wanted her as a Ghostbuster.
No.
Yeah, I would have loved to seen that. I really would have loved it. But aside from a couple of reservations about the movie, it still hits for me. It's still a fun watch. Like I said before, the camaraderie between these guys is great. I'm going to give it, I can't give it a perfect score, but I'm going to give it a 4.5.
4.5, huh?
I still enjoy, and after again, like he said, I didn't have to watch it. I got this movie memorized about as much as I do the Star Wars trilogy, but I watched it anyway. And you know what?
Nerd.
It's still fun. It still hits. It still brings a lot of good classic memories when I was a kid. So I still love this movie.
All right, Scuba. Now that you've got your
I was analyzing the bullshit that was just coming out of his mouth right now. And I am giving this 5 fettuccine paintings because, one, I don't want to see Dana as a Ghostbuster. We got female Ghostbusters.
She would have been the best one, I guarantee it.
Yeah, but I would have I think it works out fine with the way Lewis picked up the mantle of wanting to be a Ghostbuster. Dana, to me, and nothing against whoever you said made this statement, it doesn't make any sense to me. Why would she want to be a Ghostbuster?
Just stepping up because her son is in danger and her wanting to take the initiative to protect her son. And what's the best way you can protect your son? Put on a fucking proton pack. And I'm not getting that from him. That's how I felt as a kid.
No, I know, but it just doesn't, to me, that just doesn't make sense to me. I mean, and she was there with Vigo anyways. And Janos, so it would have been really hard to even make that work. I get your point. I see it, but at the same time, let the professionals handle it. We got the comedic aspect of it with Lewis. I think that was enough of somebody else suiting up. Granted, it worked with Janine in Frozen Empire. We finally get to see her suit up, which was really fucking cool. And
that was kind of cool.
But that's a nod to the comic or to the cartoon as well. So That I was okay with. I'm giving this a fucking 5. I don't see anything wrong with this movie. It's got nostalgic purposes for me. It sits there on my mind. Like I said, I didn't even need to watch it. I can sit there and talk about this movie 24. We could go on for another hour and I could still talk about it and not be bored talking about this movie.
Now, if Dana had been a Ghostbuster, it wouldn't have worked if she didn't say, "Get your hands off my kid, you bitch." If she didn't say that, it didn't fucking work. Period. Bottom line.
Next opportunity.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, I am not a big fan of the whole paranormal. Scuba knows this. I poke at him all the time, and it's just just friendly ribbing. But but this is a fun movie to watch. It's one of those things. If it was, this is how it would be. However, this movie doesn't have the same nostalgia feel that y'all have for it. I like this movie. It's a great flick. I do like to watch it from time to time. But that NES Advantage controller kills it for me every time. I am going to give this movie a 4.
So what was that you were saying about bullshit coming out of someone's mouth?
Yeah, that's why the meter just went up.
Yeah. Nice to know the meter works.
It's crazy. I'm going to be busy next episode. It's fucking weird.
Wow. What a shit. But that will give this particular movie an overall score of a 4.5. So
nah, it's 5.
No, it's a 4. I did the math already. Don't be doing that Rob Stone math over there.
That's why. Look, I'm sticking with the Gormore score. Gormore gave it a 5. I'm sticking with that 5.
Fine. No, and there is no wrong answers here unless your name is Psycho Nerd.
There is no wrong answers unless you gave it a fucking 4.
Be thankful I didn't lower to a 3.5.
I would have left the fucking stream. Good fucking luck.
And
see you later, bitch.
And now, because he has such a hard on, say
it. I just wanted to make sure you mentioned it before it was over. That's all. Just trying to help you out.
2 cameos that I missed. Waiting on you.
You want me to tell you? Oh, okay. How about Ben Stein? How about that?
Oh, come on. Okay.
Yeah, Ben. There's a shell thing around the museum thing of art. We can't make a dent. Have you tried dynamite?
And who was the other
technically speaking, the other one is the guy he was talking about. We got meter maids chasing ghosts all over Midtown. He was the captain in Rush Hour.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was the other cameo.
And now, boys, for the most important part of the show. Are you psychic?
Oh, no. Oh, shit.
Probably not.
Oh, he gets to go first. Psycho gets to go first.
Square.
No, he didn't ask what you are. He asked what's on the card.
What's on the card, Zodiac?
I'm going to say a star.
Both wrong.
I almost had a couple of wavy lines, too.
One more. Keep going.
Plus sign.
Triangle.
Wrong.
He changed it.
No, I didn't.
Okay, there we go. Triangle.
Psycho.
Plus sign.
Psycho. Oh! You got it right.
You texted him the answer. He cheated. That one's got to be a circle. Because there's only 6 cards.
Sure, circle. Why not?
Damn.
2 in a row, baby.
Of elimination. Good job.
Pretty much.
Oh, fuck. What was the other one? Square.
We didn't see the triangle yet, did we?
No, we didn't.
Or did we?
Yet. Yeah, you're
going
right.
with triangle.
Triangle. Or it's a square.
There may be only 6 cards, but I'm a cheater.
Oh, you dirty dick motherfucker.
Fuck your process of elimination. You're not psychic.
Psycho.
I can't shock you, so that was your shocking.
Psycho, promote your shit.
Before I do that, one other line I want to mention from the movie that I absolutely love. You know, I'm a voter. Aren't you supposed to lie to me and kiss my butt? Anyway,
True.
I I am the Psycho Nerd. You can find me on YouTube currently. You can just type in the Psycho Nerd podcast and you'll find me. You can also find my podcast on YouTube as well on my YouTube channel, Repeat Movie Viewer. Feel free to check it out. And I've also I did an episode with Mr. Lord-Scuba for the Crypt of Cringe, which was a lot of fun.
It was fun. Yeah, it was fun.
It was a lot of fun.
Shitting on the movie and shitting on Chris. Like, it was really good because I know he would never watch it. So.
How do you not know I've been taking? Oh, motherfucker! That's one chop. That's two. That's
yeah. Next episode, he's gonna try to do it by himself.
Yeah,
cricket.
I know Lord-Scuba is taking a break from some shit, but do you want to promote at least the Crypto Cringe?
I am taking a break, or trying to anyways, as soon as Mel can get this baby out. We are on day 5 of baby watch and nothing yet. But I recently did go and I revamped my YouTube page, and I would like to promote my YouTube page, as I am now using that specifically for my voiceover purposes. I will be posting voice auditions that I do. I will be posting voice acting challenges. Any homework that we get from voice acting class, I will be posting up there also. So my new handle on YouTube is at Steven Vasquez VO, which stands for voiceover. And that will be strictly geared to pushing my voice acting career into the future. I will more than likely start transferring everything else that I have social media wise to that handle, just so I am easier to find on social media. Crypto Cringe episode, the next one is The Room. I'm gonna try to get Mel to watch it. I don't know how much time we'll have, like I said, with the baby coming, but that is the newest episode that will be coming out.
You got me as a backup, just saying.
You can check out the last episode that I did with the Psycho Nerd and the very, very shitty movie, The Howling 7, whatever the fuck.
New Moon Rising.
New Moon Rising.
Blech.
We shit on that movie completely. There's no, it's just a shitty movie. It's shitty. Just check out Apex. I am taking a hiatus from Apex, but the company is in good hands right now, and there should be a new episode of Apex Uprising coming out tomorrow or Friday.
Anywho, the Real Movie Critics, real reviews by real fans. Yes, that's what we do here. You can find us on YouTube for the video version and on Spotify for the audio. Also, make sure a new episode of the Josh Zodiac podcast will be dropping on Monday. We'll be talking about the events of Raw and possibly what happened on SmackDown. You can find that also on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, as well as YouTube for the video portion. Down in the description below, you will find the link tree. Just click on that, and it'll take you to everything you need to know to find both the Josh Zodiac podcast as well as the Real Movie Critics and these guys' little links to their socials as well. I do have them on there as well. Any last thoughts on Ghostbusters before we roll this out, Mr. Psycho Nerd? Any last thoughts?
Was the mayor wrong in his comment about being miserable and treating other people like dirt is every New Yorker's God-given right?
That's every person's God-given right.
Is he wrong?
No, he's not.
I don't think so.
Especially nowadays. Good thing they didn't have social media back then.
Oh, can you imagine?
No shit. Lord-Scuba Cabra, anything you want to add?
You know, I just want to say, man, I mean, busting makes me feel good.
There's no better way to end it than that, I think.
Make sure you tune in next week. We will be having the 30th anniversary of one of my favorites, From Dusk Till Dawn. So make sure you stay tuned for that. But for the Psycho Nerd and Lord-Scuba Cabra, I am the Jazz Zodiac. And remember, kids, there's always time for one last binge. We'll see you next time.
Heat them up. Do, re, Y'all.